Memoirs are built on scenes. So scenes are the building blocks of memoirs, and scenes can be of varying lengths. There isn't one set length, but usually a scene is simply what happened in a specific moment, specific location with certain characters. Once you move out of that location or you have some new characters, it becomes a different scene. Well, one question I often get is, how do I end a scene? Like, when do I end a scene? When is it appropriate? Well, there's no right answer to that. You'll have to have a sense of the feel of the scene, what's appropriate. You can ask beta readers to look over your scenes and tell you, do they need more story, or does the story end appropriately? Now, I want to give you an example of the ending of one of my students' scenes. And this student worked at Blockbuster Video, if you remember the video rental store. Don't think there are any more of these around now that everybody's streaming movies and TV shows. But she worked at Blockbuster. And in the earlier part of this scene, someone called her, a manager at another store, another Blockbuster Video, and said that someone had come in and stolen their Xbox consoles, the video game system. And it was just a warning, keep an eye out for this guy. And so she can't find her manager. His name is Richard. She goes looking for him. And this is the ending paragraph of the scene. And so she writes, I always had trouble finding the right place for the movie. Imagine that. I walked down the comedy section scanning all the movies. I couldn't find it. I went to ask Richard. As I turned around, my eyes spotted someone about the same height as Richard with a slightly bent back. I called out, Richard? But as the man turned around, he didn't look like Richard. The man wore all black and held onto an Xbox console. Now, some people would say, I'd like to hear more. What did you do? Did the guy just run out with the Xbox console? Maybe Richard came around the corner and confronted him. We don't know what actually happened. So this might be a totally appropriate ending of that scene. The guy just ran out, maybe. Maybe you add another line. I don't know. This is up to you. But keep that in mind. This might be totally appropriate based on what you know about what happened in that moment. Or maybe a reader, a test reader might read that over and say, so what happened? And then you could add a few more lines about this man in black with the Xbox console. But it obviously depends on reality. What happened after that? Was it interesting? Was it worthy of writing about, worthy of adding to? I think I might want to know a little bit more about what happened to this man. Was there a confrontation, or did he just leave?